If ever you find that the animals in Nodcry behave in ways you do not understand, just ask me and I will explain. Even when the night is gone, and even when the sky is hidden from view, still the moon shines its light upon you. If ever you find that the animals in Nodcry behave in ways you do not understand, just ask me and I will explain. Have you decided where you will go from here? If not, why not find a patch of soft grass and rest a while? Yeah.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second! Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know we're—
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds' flames.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me. Exactly. That is why my hands are like this too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart...
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far.
Oh.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything...
Paimon has a question! So, the Crimson Moon that the Carians used to worship was actually the iridescent... Does that mean that the Carians were to the Crimson Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what... But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's...
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Parenheri, also known as Leobranto Innamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era, but setting aside the tangled romance. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died, and the adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace you have traversed." The book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some...
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build...
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life, and in short, I can open a passage to that space for you. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it!
I sense a sinister gloom inside. but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond. What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains.
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Paimon's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't... By the way, Columbina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Defensive mode engaged.
Allow me!
Light it up!
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Cleanup sequence.
Rest and leave it!
You can rise with the sun! Try and stop me! Burn it down! Rev the engines!
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no...
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see... Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water! Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort! Let's check it out! survives from the time of Karia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues. Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlock...
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night. Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Felindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here? Oh yeah. So...
The Abyss has made this space extremely maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like...
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back. Waning moon. Oh, lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. More for me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Cleanup sequence
looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
insulation chamber.
Allow me!
Defensive mode engage. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking... If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end. With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Rerir, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Felindis Eris's voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a Then
there's no time to lose! Let's go! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow. That must be the iridescent moon's marrow. Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it.
Cleanup sequence. You
hold the line.
Full throttle. Breath from the sky. Defensive load indicated.
Thrust is rebuild.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Installation check. Taurus?
Rev the engine!
You poor lass.
Hold the line.
Try and stop me!
We're so close.
Defensive load. By the frost moon of old.
Preparing for dust up. Light of the blazing sun!
We finally did it.
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should... And so... Is it you? Are you here?
Huh? Are you...
At long last, I can see you once more. Our fate, I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But
perhaps she took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength. All right, time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon,
Huh?
oh lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The Abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Hey, it's...
What are you waiting for?
Oh, we made it! Is that you, Arlecchino? Did you save... Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
But surely... Oh... We're so sorry, Arlecchino.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. What?
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina! Are you
I'm fine. Our powers are...
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned, at least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rayrier like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay. I can take it.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hid. I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The ray here of Solnari and his wild hunt.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rayrier.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
a new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rayrier, give it some thought. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how Do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly. Oh, hey look! They made it back as well! Prince! Lama! How did it all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flintz.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with... Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
We meet again. How have you been?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
Thankfully, tracking you down turned out to be a lot simpler than we envisaged.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the Wild Hunt. When they told me they were Servarka's colleagues, it all made sense. And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance.
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon, as a sign of my great respect for you.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help.
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you? How come she isn't back yet?
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or a
Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escort. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just...
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequino.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all these people in.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come.
Huh?
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague, too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Dainsleif, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that...
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsleif, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed this.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to impose?
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter.
All right, then.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be...
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breather, folks. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
Is there something you'd like to say to...
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a head...
If you think back to our previous interactions...
You do have a point there. Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us?
Sure. Let's do that.
Great! Paimon will handle it! And in return, we can get Dainslift to be our very own personal bot.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding. Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's back.
Indeed. Thank you.
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious discussion.
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Ratniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy.
Itlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're... Come on, why the...
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it. Now that was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Itlua doesn't know, huh?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbatos himself, I swear, your secret's safe with me.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbatos were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbatos, all right?
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a bit of mutual leverage to seal the bonds of friendship.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker? Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin?
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you.
Very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you. In that case...
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work.
Huh. So much for just this.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here!
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get...
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many... First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From over here, we have Mr. Flints, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the Wild Hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included. Mr. Durin, who's come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Tevat.
Wow! That's a lot of people!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad...
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Raker of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was one...
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss...
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became...
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the 5 sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The 5 sinners were each driven by their own desires, and the visionary, Vedafinir, who wished to foretell the future, the wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge, Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life, the foul, Surtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you? And you...
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time?
Strangely, now that it comes to it, the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes. And when I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission...
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks!
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking,
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that...
I believe it will take a little. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, from the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rerir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture.
Kutar.
Defeating the Rerir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more intel.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you, But right...
So you're placing all your hopes...
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly,
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is...
Look at them getting along.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone...
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving. Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma...
Hate to say it, friend, but that...
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to realize.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that... Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rerir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your... The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for information. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under the surface. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the...
Well, good luck, everyone! Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root for you guys.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarir's mind, it's imperative that we have a team. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team.
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah!
Good. Please, take a seat.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his event.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this. No.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety.
You're such a kill...
All right, I'm good to go.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole... Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paperwork, fine. According to Dainsleif, Rarir used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top secret Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarir? He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder what's changed.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descent. Neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed neutralized and... Filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized and... Male. 6. Occupation, none. Orphan...
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. Mr. Vedifalnir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. As if you knew I was coming. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions at all?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting...
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such.
No fooling a prophet. Is there...
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
Does it feel good? Knowing how the future will unfold.
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and melancholy. Unless, of course, you learn to abandon these feelings. You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. Because the truth could never have lived up to your hope. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulder.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he wants.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how...
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most...
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet...
You make a fair point. Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek...
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Did this memory belong to Thelindis?
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face. His name is Rayrir.
What did you...
Cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry...
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would...
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last. Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the...
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to... The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And if you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch.
The Rayrir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rari. But who am I to talk? Am I really? Love should be built on honesty. But ours was... Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything, no matter who I have to face.
Huh? Was that Rayrir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out. Deli? Huh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten I used to run a deli. People of no consequence always vanish so easily. And no one even remembers them.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! So many have died already, and they say that the king's madness... We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our veins? Thelindis! Are you even...
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering. I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rayrir said. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
No. Rayrir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives, truth be told. Apart from my teacher, pretty much no one.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that?
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's... For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act...
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand on you.
I won't speak in his defense, nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, you seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone. Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And the prey won't sense a thing.
Now that, I'll let no one ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open above board. The thing that happens to need you right now.
That won't happen.
He's changed. Ever since we fell on the spell of that power. In the beginning, he was willing to take out a handful of the guilty. But now...
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers.
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you... Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not...
I need to go now, Delindis. They're looking if you ever need a place...
Author Delindis. Over the course of this week, The research object was subjected to interference for a total of all subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is no progress whatsoever. What now? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be... But if all this research comes to nothing, what then? But could he really bring himself to kill me? No.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. Time to wade through them. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Wait. Thalindis? No. No. Why? But you bear... How could you possibly have anything to do with them? It cannot... A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even in that... Sous. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today, it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here is dead? No. This cannot go on. This...
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know it, but... If you let me go, you won't be able...
Good point. In that case...
No, please! I just want to see the...
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your...
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. Go, now. But remember, don't let anyone know you were...
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedavolnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon the Lind.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rarier. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear, but now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vedafalnir. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. What's his game here? Tell me then, what will this moment of opportunity look like? And no answer. He's like a ghost. Always disturbing me when I'm on edge, but never answering when I need him most.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster King's research. The King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of Rarier's life was so unstable. And it looks like this Thelindis, Rarier's would-be fiancé, herself belonged to... It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened and so... And why does Vedafalnir, Dainslef's older brother, keep talking in Rarier's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see the part. Time for something a bit more. We've been inside Rarier's mind this whole time. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning. But once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rarier has really been...
Rarier, are you there? Hey, Rarier! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis...
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sir Élégie only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything...
Lunatic. Roptatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a... Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task. And as for Efterveit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sir Élégie. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedalfenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedalfenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Roptatir more. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just...
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas.
And also because you're slimy. Vedalfenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedalfenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard.
You've been planning this for a while.
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedalfenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his...
So, Vedalfenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does you have noble ambitions, Dane? But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected. This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires an enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of... To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into a... This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this, as well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful, but as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
The Lindis... Did you...
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened. You understand?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secret?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret. Keep it...
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future...
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look after...
I promise, the Lindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will be... no matter how long it takes.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please!
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed...
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you...
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rheindater will disarm the security measure. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to...
This place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Found you. Hello, Miss... Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't in the mode.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world
I'm curious. What did you prophesy?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path...
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw, yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future does nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
Forgive my curtness, Vedafilnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long... You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would make the vision...
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future.
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Conrian history.
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, but this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for just... Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not?
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same...
We could be. But I need you to be honest with...
You mean your future?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problem.
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be and what will not. That is the cruelest thing about fate.
I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it?
My voice? So, it turns out that we are not so different.
Vedafilnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must, for as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. That is the only chance you have. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is all I will say on the matter. I have no...
I will hold...
Thank you for setting me free. In return...
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very...
Whatever Vedafilnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose.
Monsters? What is this Rhine daughter's doing? Universitas Magistrorum. Out of my way!
The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows where they are, but if they were ever going to activate, it would probably be on a night like tonight.
Help! Help! Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you! Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must have been given its major center of abyss research. Anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger. I have to hurry!
Defensive mode engaged.
Hold the line!
Alright. It all adds up. The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth. Annihilation mode. Full throttle! Cleanup sequence.
Burst and remix!
Rise with the sun! No more lies. Seek within. Can't hide the truth. Wrath from the skies! Branch into song.
Hold the line!
Rev the engines! The deception ends here. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
For the everlasting hope.
Preparing for dust up.
Covenant of the Deep!
Monsters! At the Universitas Magistrorum? What? Oh no! It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? Ah! Stay back! Please stay back! Rear. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know why? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rare, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rare.
Thelindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rare? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. Find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right in a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you have... Time to get back. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Cruel as it may be, that was Conria's fate. Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Never! How are you holding up?
She's fine, boss.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal...
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone. However, I would not consider Rarir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet...
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again.
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't now. As for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the...
Cool! So, can you fill me in on the—
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. Yehoda?
Yes, boss!
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does—
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't in any case. I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch flints and— There's nothing I dislike more than— Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the Curatorium's labor—
I'm sorry? What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about—
Wait. How long have I been standing?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong?
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the—
Hallucinated? But how—
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes.
Has anything like this ever happened?
Only once. It was the first time I used the—
Is there any similarity between what happened then?
I suppose my thoughts are a little—
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm to—
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I—
Boss, it's fine. Really.
Oh, listen to you.
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as you?
Well, anyway, I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to— Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue. You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't—
Don't I have the best employees?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon's—
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you— Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking. You have my word that I will get us all out of here. This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour.
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently? I'm trying to get in his good books and I need—
Get in his good books? Why?
What do you want with my dad, Uncle?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up.
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking—
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have—
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again!
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now. Squeezed into these hovels. No one would choose this, but things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia.
So you're the academia's—
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a pup. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is—
So, do you get anything good?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day, I swear I'm gonna leave.
That's our well, and you know it! You stole from us!
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or—
In that Special Ambassador Act? Yeah, nice try! You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are terrified by the corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. I was the one who helped you, and this is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source. Praise the gods. The well of the Eab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not without being spotted. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can convince them that this is an emergency. Please send help as soon as possible.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell.
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses serious academic potential.
Please, have faith! If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid. Please help. I'm begging you.
So, where are you
Nowhere special.
What about the...
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters.
All right, get over here. Sign your... Never?
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the...
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a...
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really...
A weak student?
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did...
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they...
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it. Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions?
I wanted to check. If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where...
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there. Probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that...
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly,
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach. It's not just the academia, either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful, and...
Oh, my dear child.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make... This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. This one was never even opened. Who was it addressed to? This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada. Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between levels of consciousness disappeared as our... In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Immorta Darshan strictly prohibits the use of hallucinogenics. For example, my neighbor who always breaks out into song and... This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait. What's this written on the back? It's so small. The note says, the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. This next one is addressed to... A few words of protest regarding In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number. However, it appears as well as receiving dumbed-down education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. I ask you, is the lip service we pay to the policy of education for desert students? As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative, but do not forget your roots. You and I were once... I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. Great letter. And the sender is... Huh? I didn't realize anyone... So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grands. Whatever. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. But if it... I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. And this is just one box. The whole House of Dana is boxes on shelves. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and... Wait.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague's aid when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you... In my tribe, learning a person's true name is... The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe... There was a terrible sandstorm. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. When we met... You assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia... We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter?
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were... And you were so emphatic that you swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke... You liar. You lied about and who fell for it. Which makes you a I think I'll take over from here. I just came to say goodbye.
Nefer?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my home...
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity.
It was. But it doesn't matter. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bed. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read some...
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of... It's not worth much. Keep it.
But Nefer...
All right, that's all from me. You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way...